So this is my first video PA. Not really sure where to start. Got my book sitting here. You mentioned our first memory of guilt, and mine, and I'm not sure how old I was, but mine was, we were throwing rocks at things with my neighbor, and she was my age, but she had a little brother that was probably, I don't know, maybe a year or two younger than us, and we were throwing rocks at things, and I guess he thought it would be funny to throw a rock at me. And so he threw the rock at me, but then, and it didn't even really hurt, but immediately I had to throw it back, especially looking good in front of my neighbor friend, you know. And I threw the rock back at him, not even thinking it was going to hit him, launch it up in the air, you know. And as it drops back down, you know, he looks up to try and find it, and plump, right on his head. He goes inside screaming, yelling, crying, and you know, I feel pretty bad and I don't really know what to do. So I immediately go back home. And while he's inside, he's crying, you know, I'm sure, and upset and everything, and I'm sitting at home playing video games like nothing even happened. And and then about 3 hours later, my parents aren't home at the time, and about 3 hours later, his dad comes over and pounds on the door, you know, rings the doorbell, is anyone home, yelling and stuff. And of course, being probably, you know, 6, maybe 7 years old, I just hid downstairs, just chilled, just kept playing my video games, you know. Went upstairs, went to see who's at the door, but no way was I gonna answer it. And so that's probably my first memory of guilt. I'm sure there's another one, but the first one that comes to mind is that. And then next is this like extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. And as a kid, I played a lot of sports, and for me that was a lot of both. I liked, you know, being good at sports, and so I worked on it. I would sit and play basketball or play soccer at my house all day, every day, you know. And my parents always motivated me and stuff, and came to all my games and helped me practice and everything. And but then my mom thought it would be cool for me to start swimming and taking swimming lessons. Now I already knew how to swim, but she wanted me to be a better swimmer, and I just wasn't feeling it. And so I guess that extrinsic motivation, my mom was trying to, you know, get me to try something new, or, you know, I don't know what exactly her thought was, but I didn't really want to, and so I lied to my grandma, who was supposed to take me to the swimming lessons, and I told her that I didn't have it today, and I told her that the next day, and I told her that the next day, and I just never went. And so I guess, and I did feel kind of guilty about that too, but it just wasn't something I wanted to do. But when it came to like playing basketball or playing soccer, I was always up early that morning. I was always looking forward to going to practice. I was always looking forward to playing the game. You know, I was eating a good breakfast, you know, doing all that stuff, and I don't know. So I guess that's my example of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. And other than that, I don't really know what else to say, so that's it. Thanks.